Hello friends, I am Akash Avade. Today date is 15 February 2022 and today topic is JVM architecture, that is a Java Virtual Machine architecture. So let's start with the JVM, Java architecture. Java Virtual Machine is an abstract machine and it is a specification that provides the runtime environment in which programs can be executed, in which Java bytecode can be executed. Java bytecode is executed. JVM are available in many hardware and software platforms. That is, JVM is a platform dependent. What is a JVM? So let's first see the definition of the JVM. A JVM is a specification which is a working of a Java virtual machine, which is the working of a Java virtual machine is specified. Working of a Java virtual machine is specified, but implementation is independent of a algorithm. Independent of a algorithm. It is the implementation of a Oracle and other companies. And Java and JVM as implementation means is a JRE. JRE. JVM is create the runtime instance, means when a class is going to executed, then every time JVM create the instance of a class, that is a JVM object of a class. JVM can be perform operations like load the class, verify the class, execute the class, and provide the runtime environment to done all these tasks. And JVM also contains the definition of a method area, class loader format, garbage collector, all of these. So let's start with the JVM architecture. So what is the to let's understand JVM architecture consists of three parts, mainly three parts. That is a class loader, method area, and last is the execution engine. So let's start with the class loader. Class loader is a specification provided by JVM to load the class. Whenever you write the code, firstly it loaded by the class loader, and class loader contains the three important class loaders. That is a bootstrap loader, extension class loader, and last is a system loader or application loader. So start with the bootstrap class loader. This is the bootstrap class loader. This is the first class loader, and it is a super set of a super class of a extension class loader. It contains the rt.jar files, means it contains rt.jar file, which is the standard edition, which contains the packages like java.util, java.util.sql, java.io, java.language. Are the all packages are considered in a bootstrap loader. Next is the extension class loader. Extension class loader, it is the parent of a system class loader, and and system class loader, and the parent of a system class loader, parent of a system class loader, and the child of a bootstrap class loader. It loads the .jar files which is inside the class. Next is a system or application class loader. In this is a system. This is the child of a extension class loader. System of a extension class loader. It loads the class. It loads the class files. It loads the class files from the class path where the current directory is stored. You can change the class path by using cp command, that is a change path, or class path switch command. It is also known as a application class loader. Next is a method area. Class method area can store the structures for each method, for each such as the structure such as the structure such as the runtime constant pool, field, and method where the data and the data and code of the methods. Heap is used to store the objects of a class, means it can store the object of a class. When you can create, you load the class, there is the first time object is created and it can be stored in a heap. Next is the stack. Java stack store the frames. Java stack store the frame and it holds the local variables and partial result of a partial result which plays the important method invocation and return. When a method is called and when method is initialized, the frame is created and frame is destroyed when the method is complete or done. Each method has a private JVM stack. Private JVM stack created at the same time in a 3D at the same time of a thread creation. Program counter. It contains all the native methods in the program. The last is the execution engine. Means in a JVM architecture we see the class loaders, method area, and then last is the execution engine. Execution is the most important part. That is all the execution can be done in execution engines. It is a virtual processor. It interprets the bytecode and interpret the bytecode and execute this code. Just in time compiler. That is a JIT. So what is a JIT? JIT is a just in time compiler. It is used to improve the performance of a system. Means mainly you can use the interpreter to change the bytecode to source code to bytecode. Interpreter converted source code to bytecode fastly, but when the it will be converted to native code, then native code and new native code, and then it can be requires extra time. So this is the advantage. This disadvantage can be covered by the just-in-time compiler. Means just-in-time compiler can be converts the directly data to the native code, which is the improve the system performance. That's why JIT is useful. Then last is a Java native interface. Java native interface are the framework. Java native interface are, that is a JNI. That is JNI is a native framework which provide the communicate two classes with another applications. And JNI provides the output to console. Means when you write the code, then JNI is used to provide the output to the console. That's all about the JVM architecture. Thank you.